Joining us now is the chair of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Congressman Michael McCaul. Good morning.
Morning,
Congressman. Let's start with Travis King. You heard Secretary Blinken there saying there are concerns he could be tortured. I'm sure he's probably been interrogated in some way already. What more do you know?
He was facing disciplinary charges and was going to fly back to the United States, but instead he did not board the plane, went with a tour group to the DMZ, and then ran across the line. You and I have been there. That's something you just don't do. And now he was taken captive by North Koreans, and I'm sure that he's not being treated very well. I think it was a serious mistake on his part, and I hope we can get him back.
But getting him back, we all want him returned safely and unharmed. But as you said, he went over there on his own. He decided to cross the border, so that's got to complicate any sort of negotiations that might take place.
Correct. I mean, question is he defecting? I think it was more running from his problems. That was the wrong place to go. But we see this with Russia, China, Iran. When they take an American, particularly a soldier, captive, they exact a price for that, and that's what I worry about.
And of course, this comes at a time, as we were just saying, as that nuclear ballistic submarine was in dock there in South Korea, which I saw. Is that a good idea? And why now?
Oh, I think it is. We were with Admiral Aquilino, Indo-Pacific commander. I think projecting strength right now is important for deterrence. As you noted, it's the first time in 4 decades we've had this deployment of submarines, and I think it's a projection of strength that we need right now to deter aggression. We're seeing a very aggressive, not only North Korea and the rockets they fired in the Sea of Japan, but also the aggression we see from China. When I just came back from Taiwan, they encircled the island with 10 battleships and armada, 70 fighter jets to threaten and intimidate us. And then I was sanctioned just to illustrate how aggressive their posture is now.
But the reaction already from the North Koreans, and we've seen this again and again, is to say, look, now we can use nuclear weapons, and this was outrageous behavior, and we're going to respond. So based on their reaction, just again, is deterrence going to work?
And North Korea needs to know that we're there, and we have superiority with the submarines and nuclear subs. We need to get in their head and Chairman Xi's head that if they do anything that's aggressive militarily, there will be consequences to that. And I think it's not by accident, it's by design that you're seeing the Pacific Command deploy these nuclear subs now for the first time in 40 years, because the tension has been provocative by Chairman Xi in North Korea, not by the United States, but rather by our adversaries.
You have followed this for years and years. I have followed this for years and years. It really does seem to, the cycle just repeats itself. So many presidents have tried to solve the problem of a nuclear North Korea. They have been unable to do this. Is there another approach? Should the United States just say we're going to accept that and join the nuclear nations because we keep doing this over and over and over?
And it never seems to work. You're right.
Exactly.
Are we going to work with Kim Jong-un to try? Can we really persuade him? He puts his own people at risk to build this expensive, nuclear weapons. They have capacity. They can reach the continental United States. They don't have the nuclear warheads to put on it.
But they're trying.
Militarize them. They're trying. We got to stay ahead of the curve. China has a lot of influence, but China isn't our best friend right now. So it's a very complicated. I think.
So is there another approach? Can you imagine another approach besides exactly what we're doing over and over?
That would have to be very creative diplomacy. And I think the reason why you're seeing the Pacific Command fleet there is to deter and bottleneck up North Korea. In the event of a conflict with Taiwan, we need to be with South Korea to bottleneck up North Korea. They could fire missiles into that conflict and take them off the table while we have to deal with China and Russia and Iran.
And I want to switch to climate. You saw our first segment there, so much on climate, the scorching heat. Do you consider it a national security threat, climate change?
I think it's happening, right? And it's hot outside, and the climate is changing. And when you have arid, Africa, for instance, is becoming more and more arid, which, famine, breaks out of that. Terrorism breaks out of that, those conditions. Kerry testified before my committee. My big objection is this. China should be held to the same standards. They are a developing nation under the UN Charter, self-designated, and that enables them to, they can defer compliance with the Paris agreements till 2060, while we have to be carbon neutral by 2030. And I said that to Secretary Kerry. My constituents agree with fairness.
Our climate czar.
This is not fair to treat them as a developed. They're the second largest economic superpower and the #1 polluter on the planet. If we're going to do this at all, Martha, do it right. Make them comply to our terms.
And which we keep trying to do, I know. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Senator McCaul, appreciate it always. Up next, a third indictment looks imminent for former President Donald Trump. The roundtable weighs in after the break. Stay with us.
Detect this. Living with HIV, I learned I could stay undetectable with fewer medicines. That's why I switched to Dovato.
Dovato is a complete HIV treatment for some adults.
No other complete HIV pill uses fewer medicines to help keep you undetectable than Dovato.
Detect this. Most HIV pills contain 3 or 4 medicines. Dovato is as effective with just 2.
If you have hepatitis B, don't stop Dovato without talking to your doctor.